Okay, so what you're going to want to do is just make sure you're talking into the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to hear yourself talking.
I don't really. Okay. I don't hear it that well. Yeah,
No,
I hear it. So sorry.
We can hear you.
no.
We can hear you.
So if you can't hear
you
yourself,
worried?
it just means you're far away. So just get a little closer.
Just move closer.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah. You're doing great.
Me and Jay are real close today.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're good.
Hello.
All
I
right.
think we can start.
So
Does anyone need anything? Everyone's good?
I feel good.
I feel great.
I feel good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Are you going right from your intro, or we're doing the whole little bit before the intro?
I mean, I've been recording. But we haven't really said anything funny. Or,
Okay. Right.
So
There
I'll
has
probably
to
just
be
start
something
from the
interesting.
intro.
Say something funny.
Hey. No,
That's-
that's stupid.
Nope.
Sing the intro song. You came up with a song last time.
I did?
You sang at the end.
That's good.
I did? What did I sing?
I don't listen
I
to
can't
you. so
remember.
I don't know.
It's the podcast.
Is it? Ready?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Middle Aging Podcast. This is episode 7, and we are here with a very special guest.
We are.
Katie.
Katie.
Woohoo!
Say
I don't know
hello,
if you should
Katie.
say her last name. We'll probably edit that out.
Damn it. I did it again. It's just
He's
Katie.
the worst.
Just Katie.
Can I say hello now?
You can say hello now, yeah.
Say hello whenever you want.
Hello.
She's our first non-family member guest.
Yes, she is not related to
Second
us
guest
that
overall.
we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah, not related
Well,
to us. Well, I don't.
maybe.
Maybe not. So, okay, you're my. So essentially, you came on because you're my friend. I've known you the longest. I've known you since.
How did you guys meet?
Theater?
Theater.
Yeah.
How old?
You were 16. I was
Going on
Yeah,
17.
17. Well, no, we didn't. Not that show. It was Joseph.
Joseph.
It was Joseph.
Oh, when you wore the...
Uh-huh.
The thing
Yeah.
on his
Fruit.
head.
Summer of 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, summer
I was
of 98.
thinking about this. I was trying to go back a little
What?
bit
To that actual.
last night.
Okay.
Yeah, to think about like when I remember you talking
Well.
for the
yep.
first time
Yeah.
to me.
To you. Well, in 19 Well, it's funny that you bring that up. In 1998, so we moved to Maryland in 97. And my first shows in Maryland, the first 2 shows I did were with adults. So I was like the youngest one there. So Joseph was the first show I did with people my own age.
Well, it was a widespread. Like it was a lot.
Well, more
different
more
ages.
people of my own
Yeah,
age.
sure.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
People
that
who
was
were
clear.
teenagers. People who were teenagers. Yeah. And that's where I met you. And at the time, you were dating Mark.
Yes.
Yes. And
I
you
think I
were a junior.
I was a junior in high school.
Yes. And I was a senior. I graduated that summer.
Nice.
Well, right before that summer.
Did you think he was gay when you met him?
Yes.
So did I.
Yeah.
Oh,
You did too. Right when I came out, I was like, hello.
That's
and
going to be a hard yes.
yeah, that's going to be
thank you for your honesty.
What was it? What made you think?
just a quality.
Well, like listen to his voice. You know what
Okay.
I mean? The way
Yeah,
he talks.
okay.
It's like a quality. It's like a quality.
It's charming.
Plus, dressing up as a woman probably didn't help.
I wasn't dressing up
And
as
you
a
did
woman.
a really good job at it.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. No, you were fantastic. And my mom, everyone did too. Like, are you sure he's not gay?
Right.
Like, a lot of people did that. And I was like,
Yeah.
nope.
Oh, I thought you said black people did that. You said a lot of people did that.
No.
They probably do.
They think so
They did.
too.
Black.
Thought that too.
Don't say
Yeah, no, she's not alone. A lot of people thought that. People still do.
I think they do.
Yep.
Yeah. I get it. I get it sometimes.
Yeah.
People think you're gay?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's just
Because you take care of
Soft.
yourself.
take care of yourself.
Soft, not soft spoken.
No.
No, I don't think he's
just sort of like
soft-spoken.
a
Like a big teddy bear.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
But like it's like a thin one.
Like a thin,
Like a thin teddy
big
bear.
I
teddy
appreciate
bear.
that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I think it's just a quality. Somebody said once that they thought I was gay because I took care of myself and I used big words.
There you go.
Which,
What
That doesn't
word?
say a lot about
like
heterosexual men.
Mississippi.
I would have never been like Jason. This is big words.
Well, it's it's
Mississippi.
almost like
He
the
uses words incorrectly.
well, no, to be like to not be. I think in our culture, if you don't like crush beer cans on your head and like chop down trees, you're gay.
You're saying like not a super manly man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Use
think-
conditioner.
Yeah, exactly. You're real gay. Yeah. That's like, uh-oh. It's really all stereotypes. The only thing that makes you gay is wanting to sleep with men.
Which is fine.
That's it.
That's fine.
Which is
Yeah.
fine. We love it.
I like
I mean, we
it.
don't.
I'm
Right.
sweat.
We love people who do that.
Yeah, we do.
Right. All right. Well, this is off to a great start.
I
We've
know,
already
right?
covered a lot.
We got the
So
gay thing out of
I'm
the
a
way.
nervous wreck.
got the gay thing
I was
out of the
interested
way.
because I don't know.
Yeah.
I've heard people who ask me for gay.
That's a
So,
fair. That's
I
a
was
fair
just
question.
wondering.
Yeah. There you go. So what else?
So met in high school.
Okay, met in high school.
Met in high school.
Yeah.
And have stayed friends since. Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a lull.
Which I think happens.
Yeah, that does happen.
Was
Well,
that
it's
during the
life.
dark
Was that
ages?
during the dark time?
You did not like my
I
ex-wife.
had a, well,
That's okay.
she
It's a
was
safe
really
zone.
pale.
I didn't.
She
like
wasn't.
her.
She was so pale. The thing is that I think her skin is going to look great. You know, I have melasma.
What is melasma?
It's like dark.
Oh,
don't-
like spotches?
Yeah, it's better because I'm embracing my skin. I'm
It doesn't
supposed
look
to be
bad.
like- well, there's a zit right here.
Oh.
But, mhm,
All right.
but okay, so this is what I remember.
Tell me.
He suddenly just, you know how Jason's kind of like his limbs look longer?
Me. Like
Yeah,
like an
your
orangutan.
arms- yeah.
Yeah.
His neck kind of did the same thing. He was sitting. It was Tech Week
Which one?
at Summer Garden.
Okay.
And I just remember him just spinning. It's like he was sitting and his neck just like turned around his head. And he just started talking. Like
Oh.
a lot.
So we're okay. So when we first met each other,
Yeah,
so
but
we
when
went
I-
back. Okay,
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
This is
that's
what
all
I
right.
was right.
Yeah, no, you're
right,
fine.
right.
I'm skipping around.
That's all right. Skip.
I am.
Skip
and I
it.
interrupt, so just be like, stop it.
No, you're good. You're good. Go.
But I just remember, like, I'd seen you. I'd seen you with rehearsals, but his neck just spun, and I was just.
He's got a big neck too.
Yeah, just something about it's just
Yeah.
Nobody could see that, but I was.
No,
So
we're
he
actually
just
being
spun,
filmed.
and he just
Yeah.
started-
He's like a puppet.
so,
Like a marionette.
right, and he just started just like talking so much, and but I liked everything that he said, and I just felt like I found my person.
Aw.
Like no, because it was. It's like I was like, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
get out of my head.
Get out of my. What are you doing in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's that.
good.
Man, I wonder what you were saying.
I know. Don't you wish you knew?
Well, I remember a rehearsal for West Side Story. Well, I guess
Which
we were
time?
already friends at that point. The first time, she was in both. I was in
Yeah.
West Side Story twice. She was in both productions
Yes.
at Summer Garden and at.
You played.
Just make me
You were
spell. Vastly
old.
different roles.
Yeah.
I was Bernardo, terribly miscast.
Like 18.
Yeah, I fell off the fence.
I didn't like your hair either.
You got
to
the
grow.
nose.
I had the nose.
The
of
Bernardo nose?
Yeah.
I had a Bernardo nose.
He's a Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. You
Well,
were so good at that
Yeah.
part.
Katie is also, if not one of the few, or maybe the only female friend of mine that I haven't been involved with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Yeah, it's a hard no. So for being thought of as gay, I got around.
Yeah.
It's a small number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And they were all like my friends, with the exception of Ashley.
that I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not Ashley.
No.
No, what am I saying?
Who are-
Who was the pale one?
Allie.
Yeah, okay.
God.
Yeah. But that
She's
was
like a vampire.
because she is, and
She did
would
sleep
wear
a lot.
Sun hats in the sun. I was like,
That happened at a
dear
pool
God.
party. That
Well,
happened at a pool
My point is,
party.
I'm like, maybe just a little melasma.
No.
You know?
Well, what happened was Katie, we had lost touch due to just me moving to New York, and Katie at the time was going through what she was going through. And when we reconnected, she reached out to me to do a show at your current job,
At a gym.
at a gym,
I wanted to make changes.
which she paid very well. It was kind of shocking. And then she, probably just because she really wanted me, she let Allie be a part of it as well.
Which was such disappointment.
Yeah. That was
Which is
Michelle knows a
actually-
little bit about that.
Yeah,
I had to work with her.
yeah, she did.
not that talented.
I don't. Yeah.
I
Agreed.
expected a lot.
Yeah.
Well, just because
So much so you
she's
didn't
an
ask her to come back for the next show.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But she asked
I
me.
made a big deal like these two because it was all kids.
Yeah.
And I made this big deal like these two like major actors and actresses. were gonna
Major.
come. Yeah, like major like what
Yeah.
So I was then Allie came and she was going to be Miss Hannigan. I'm like, done and done. That's easy. You know?
Yeah.
Act a little drunk and be big, you know.
Yeah.
Dress is bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just like,
Check.
like, what? Awful. She sang so proper. Not awful. That sounds horrible. I'm awful.
No.
I'm awful,
yeah.
so not me awful.
I'm actually
but,
not awful. But
but
No.
for somebody who
awful.
says they're a good singer, who sang at their own
Classically
wedding.
trained. Yeah.
And that's what happened. She's like, little girls, little girls.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Wow, that was really well done. You sounded just
That
like
is
her.
good.
That's really
I
good.
was like, maybe you don't have to take a beat there.
Yeah, it's too many beats.
But keep going.
Right off the bat, though, you didn't mesh with her. No.
No, and I usually at least
You
try.
usually, there's not been one girl that I've dated that you've disliked. There's some you're like, that's not the best choice.
There's some that I'm like, this is never going to work.
Yeah.
There haven't been very
Ever.
many.
That she's known, there's been more.
Oh, okay.
Where
Fair
she
enough.
was like, you're just having fun.
They
This
didn't make
isn't
it to
gonna
meet
work
us,
out."
Chris.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
It's just some of them, I knew it was going to be a big disaster.
Well, yeah.
You and
Right.
Miffany.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. They actually met her.
The green tracksuit.
Right. She
Yep.
wore a green tracksuit.
Yeah, we met her.
And she was,
Yeah. She
came to a
she's
wedding.
Beautiful. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
And but I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
This is never gonna work. This is gonna be a toxic relationship.
It was your fault
Not
that
like
it
a
happened.
Beating
It was your fault that it
type
happened.
thing. It's
Yeah.
just their personality. It's just there's no way.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
So that's that.
That's that. That's all she wrote.
This isn't my show, so I'm gonna just this is where it comes off.
No.
No, this is good stuff.
No, we love it.
Good stuff.
We love it.
So I thought maybe while we were talking and stuff, is there anything that you were Chris actually
Yeah.
kind of started really well. He obviously had a question for Katie. She knows me differently than you guys do. We're both
Maybe not that different. She thought you were gay, that you were a
Okay,
slut, and she didn't like your ex-wife. We're like,
So
There.
there.
You guys are
And I will
sisters.
say, like binging, you guys totally know him. You
Me.
know him very, very well.
Oh.
Yes, the things you said, the way he is,
Okay.
like it's really interesting. I mean, of course, you're his family.
So, do you think he likes to be the center of attention?
Yes,
Oh god.
but so do I.
yeah. And I do too sometimes.
Right. But apparently I have to be the center of attention all the time.
I think that.
Katie, just get a little closer.
I think.
You can move the mic too.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to pretend I've done this. So I think that we are comfortable there.
Me and you.
Yes. And but I feel this horrible responsibility to entertain everyone.
Ooh, go with
Okay,
that.
I like
That's really
that.
interesting.
I do, and you mentioned something on episode of your podcast
Yeah.
that
Awkward.
that space like
Yeah,
quiet,
silence.
silence is so uncomfortable
Yeah.
for me. So I become the monkey in the room, which I like
Yeah.
usually, unless I'm about to have an anxiety attack and I have to go to the bathroom and breathe before I come back. But it's unkind. I feel like that's my job sometimes.
Yeah.
So Jay, do you feel that? Like,
Yeah.
do you feel because of even extended family, they always like, you're the funny guy, right? You're like the Jerry Lewis of the family.
Yes,
So
but I don't, and maybe you can back me up a little bit. I'm not trying to be Jerry Lewis. I'm just trying to kind of fill the silence because if no one's talking, it's almost like
I hate it.
I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Which
I
I,
guess.
think leads to so much anxiety on my part.
Maybe it is. I wouldn't actually clarify it as anxiety for myself, but maybe it is. Maybe
But I
am
think I'm
feeling
so
anxiety.
concerned if everyone else is okay a lot.
Oh,
And I have to be like, let it go. Because then I talk, and then I know I'm like, it's going to cross the line. It's going to cross. Don't say it. Don't say it. And then,
then
I
she
do.
says it.
And I say it.
Yeah.
And my mom is living with us, and that's awful.
Yeah.
I'm just always like, I'm always, I don't know. I do it
Yeah.
all the time. Just say
and when
things.
we're
I'm like,
together,
what?
when we're
Awful.
like at like a social function,
So bad.
we're
Is it just the two of you, or do you think it's a trait of like performance artists?
I think
we're
you and
really
I-
awkward at
Yeah.
places. Yeah.
because I feel there's those times when there's that awkward silence and
Uh-huh.
it gets too long. So then I feel a lot of people try to fill it.
You're
But
good
with
at breaking
you,
that up.
I
What,
think
the awkward silence?
sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes
so
there's
is she.
there's a natural silence that's okay sometimes.
And I'm trying
you're
to be
like,
okay with that.
this is awkward.
I don't think I've
But
actually
I
said
see.
that.
I
Yeah,
think
Chris.
I think you have. I think I would too.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, so. I have to go to the bathroom. And it's so obvious. They're like, you just did.
But there was one time
I'm not
where,
making
and you know how I
myself
say,
go
we'll
out.
let you know?
Yeah.
That came literally
Oh,
from
that's
Katie.
right. We say it all the time.
There was a situation where Katie was at like an event.
Okay,
And
I don't want you to offend anyone.
I'm not going to offend
So
anyone.
the person, though,
Don't say the person.
okay,
Yeah.
this woman
This person.
was not. You had to be ready for the situation to meet her. You had to be ready.
Oh.
Oh, was that what you thought?
No, I
was
wasn't thinking about that. I was
something
thinking about, I know. Okay, wait a minute. All right,
Okay,
we're getting
go
ahead
back.
of ourselves.
Stop talking.
So
Katie.
the whole thing where she said, we'll let you know, was a separate time. We were at a party and Katie got so nervous and awkward that she immediately interrupted the person and was like, we'll let you know, and left the party.
you could
She
go.
wasn't even leaving. She just walked out.
You know.
Wow.
Well, thank you, because we use "we'll let you know" all the time.
Well,
great
so people,
closer.
if you say like you really mean it, even if it doesn't,
Doesn't
I'm like, well,
you can
I will
get out.
let you know. I'm like really honest.
Yeah.
And they're like, they kind of nod, like, okay, like
Yeah.
you're.
And then you go to the other
really mean
room.
it, and you just leave.
Yeah.
You know.
The other story she was talking about, here's something else. Because, and I think you guys are guilty of this too.
Okay.
Because Chris said it. Because I react in a certain way, you kind of like to put me in scenarios to
Yep.
see how I react.
100%.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Like a monkey in the zoo.
Well, so does she.
Okay.
So what she did this one time was this person, she didn't tell me this person was sick.
No, don't say sick.
I didn't
That's
say,
also
okay,
horrible.
wasn't feeling well. And so this is the first time I was meeting this person, and it was like at a kind of like at an event. It was like a
No, it was
fundraiser.
in the courtyard of Annapolis Summer Garden Theater because I remember this.
No, it was
so
not. We were in a room.
Oh, yes,
we were in a-
you're right. Sorry.
We were in a room, and I was being introduced to people, and I turned around, and Katie goes, Jason, this is so and so, and I turned around. Now let me just say, this person had 3 strips of hair, like one sticking straight up and out.
They didn't feel good.
Their eyes were crossed.
Okay.
They were missing some teeth.
Which is fine.
And so I turned around and I was like, hey. And there's this person. I went, oh, no. And I said it out loud. And Katie goes, Jason, stop it. Stop. And I was just like, how are you? And not knowing that anything was wrong. And I was like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And they're like, oh, thank you. I'm like, thank you for having me. They're like, all right. I'm like,
We'll let you know.
bye.
We'll let you know.
Go take care of yourself. Go for a walk.
Wow.
And I turned around and I said to her, I'm like, what was that? She goes, and then she told me. And I was like, thank you so much for that. And then she could not stop laughing because of my friggin' reaction. And that's the thing. No one was laughing at the fact that this person wasn't feeling well or whatever. It was just the fact that she probably didn't even think to tell me, and then it was too late. And then I turned around and it was
But
like,
again, I think
no.
that goes back to the being the center of attention, because I think a lot of people would have a reaction, but yours always seems to, and I don't think it was, but it seems to be exaggerated, heightened.
Right. And
Like,
it wasn't.
Like-
if I turned around, I might be like,
But I see. I
but I
think
don't
that's
think
worse.
I'd say, oh no.
No, he was like, yikes. Like, basically, I didn't know it was going to be that bad.
You've seen better days.
That when we attended that one event at my fiance's family home,
No.
and we were leaving.
Okay.
And
Yep.
what happened? We didn't
eat the cake. It was Sarah a graduation from nursing school.
We didn't eat the cake,
Yeah.
and we were leaving, and someone was like, "Oh, we never ate the cake."
Yeah.
And a normal person would be like, "Oh, dang it."
Ugh.
And Jason just goes, "Ah, shit."
I meant to say shoot.
Yeah.
And Ashley went, Jason.
Ashley's fantastic.
Oh God.
Just a little like,
Thank
I
God
don't
for
know
Ashley.
the word. What do you say? Like a side
She does
note?
not think I'm gay.
I don't know how
I
he
know
lucked
he's
out.
not. Like,
but
I
he did.
don't have any like.
No,
I
no,
still-
no.
I
It's
still-
fine.
No, but I just. But Ed, I think still does.
Oh
Maybe.
God.
No, I don't mean it like no, but I think Ed is. I'm. in
He's
our
a very.
opinion, Yeah, it's just not. Yeah.
Well, you're very metro. You're very
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld-esque,
Yeah, yeah.
which
Definitely.
isn't bad.
and good looking to boot.
Oh, total
hello.
package.
I thought
Wow,
you two
total
weren't
package.
involved.
I really feel bad for calling you gays.
Well, you don't feel bad. You weren't calling me gay.
No.
And also, if I was gay, that's not an insult.
If you were gay,
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
that'd be okay.
Yeah.
But you're right. We do put Jason. We do put you in such. I think like, oh, I can't wait to see how Jason
Like,
reacts to this.
how about that one party you had when we made him make two people leave?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
he basically shouted in their faces.
That did happen.
yeah.
There was so they were staying too late.
Yeah.
And no one was doing anything. So I just started, like, they were talking and I started to react to their stories. So while they were telling, I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, get out. Get out of here right now. Go and leave. And they got out.
I feel like you enjoy that though a little bit. I do too. I don't usually do that when I like an audience.
Right.
Right.
Well,
I was born to entertain.
Well, you were. I think kind of going with what you were saying, though, it's not so much that I enjoy doing it. I don't ever want to hurt people's feelings. But at the same time, someone needs to be the bad guy, I guess. Someone needs to, because they weren't leaving.
Someone needs to be real.
I mean, I
Well,
would have made them
yeah.
leave eventually.
I mean, they didn't know I was saying, like, get out.
Yeah.
You get
Once
out
I
of this
flashed
house.
the lights.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
my-
They might have
Exactly.
had too much to drink.
I
That
think
might have been
too
the
much of
problem.
that.
Yeah, maybe.
At one point, you were just laughing in the guy's
Scream,
face.
like real close, like this. Get out!
But it is funny.
No, we were laughing.
Maybe they should know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've gotten into altercations with like people like in New York City and people on bus lines who cut me, and I don't know. I just feel like and you're kind of similar to that respect.
I mean, I did smack someone.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
know.
Push smack someone. That's a
What?
push and a smack.
Yeah. You didn't hear the
In
story?
the back of the head.
Outside of Macy's, I was with Katie and Kevin, and this woman just
Not you.
kept stopping. She was just being too much. Stopping, walking, and it was real crowded. It was around Christmas time. So all of it, I just couldn't take it. I went like this, and I pushed,
Okay.
That's fantastic.
and she turned around, and I went, get out of the way. And she moved.
All right.
And Caitlin's like, did you just hit that woman? And I said,
funny.
I did.
That's
This
funny.
one girl once, she shoved me in the shoulder. She was, this is when my freshman year at Catholic.
Oh. Oh, she went to Catholic
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I felt
Connection.
it.
Connect. You felt
Yeah,
it.
That's right.
You
Hail
felt
Mary.
Catholicism right here.
Oh God. That's
Yeah.
Again, I should have said that.
It's all right.
But her boyfriend, they were broken up. So there's that. And so then they were together, and she walked past me and was like, bitch. And
You said it to her?
No, she said that. And
Oh,
I
you
was-
got with the boy.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
But, just, we just like a,
Like you guys rub cheeks. Yeah.
yeah, let's say that for now. But she was like, bitch, and she like kind of pushed my shoulder, and I don't even want to know like what my face looks like. I was like, probably, and I was like, I gotta fight.
You actually got in a
Okay.
physical
No,
altercation.
that's it. That was
Oh.
it. I just like.
Oh, you thought that you got like that
I
was a
just, like,
fight
saying
too.
that.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Okay.
been in a fight?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I've thought about this.
You've caused
My
a lot of
brother-
fights.
My brother and I used to sit on the sofa and kick each other really hard.
Well, I don't think that counts as like a fight.
I've always wanted to
though.
punch someone.
I have to.
Yeah, I
I
never
don't
have.
think you could do
I
it.
kind of do.
It'll hurt you more.
I don't want to
than
be
you
in a
hurt
fight
them.
because
Well, if
I
you
would
punch
just-
someone, you're gonna get punched back.
no fight like punch and then run.
Yeah, I
A
want
punch
to be
and run.
attacked.
Well, you,
I do. I have this.
you want to be attacked by someone who wants to fight you?
No, just attacked, so I can punch them and be like, I gotta fight.
But what if you couldn't like protect yourself?
I think I could.
Okay.
I take kickboxing. I think
See,
I
I
could.
think
I do
Michelle.
too, and so I feel like it's just like a hook.
Well, maybe we'll have a special episode with
Yeah.
the two of you can just fight.
I think you would hurt yourself more punching someone
Oh,
than they would be hurt being punched by you.
Potentially, but I'd take the broken hand
All
to punch
right.
You
someone.
shouldn't break your hand.
No, I don't think so.
No, like we know how to do it.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know how to do it?
Because
They
I
take
took
kickboxing.
Yeah. You can't like use this part. I know because I bled for several weeks.
Okay, but those are stationary.
You got to tuck the.
Sometimes
don't
I
tuck
feel like
the
I might do a
finger.
push
No,
up
like
in
this.
between.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
just the kickboxing
Yeah.
push up, burpee, punch.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I'll take a burpee
Yeah. Okay.
A burpee on
Front kick.
someone.
Yeah. She'll burpee someone.
and an uppercut.
on their face.
Oh, burpee on their face.
I hate
Burpee
the
your
burpees.
face. Watch out.
So you said you've born a performer. When did you start your first play? How old were you?
I was in 4th grade,
Mm.
and it was just something so sudden for me because I was so quiet.
Mm.
I was not at home, but in school. I wouldn't want to leave my mom. I would cry. Like I'd go in and my eyes would be like swollen, like awkwardly. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
my teachers must have thought I was like getting beaten because I would just sob at my desk,
Aw.
and everyone must have been like, "There, she's doing it again."
She's doing it again.
I wasn't the girl who like pretended she was a cat, but I was the girl. You know,
Are there
who's
girls
actually
like
doing
that?
great. Who's doing great these days? Actually,
Wait, a girl pretended to be a cat.
yeah. She used to.
There's
hit-
always that
hit-
weird girl.
She
Oh,
would, you know, she
like the
would-
one that ate glue.
She would gallop like a horse at recess.
This
Like,
is just
in
like
fifth
a
grade.
girl that you knew. This isn't like a general.
By the way, if you don't know who that was, then it was you.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, and I was like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
But I was so quiet, and then I remember we were doing a chorus class. I really loved, and I guess I was just super loud, and I have this voice that's like just it's like octaves above everyone else's, and I felt so comfortable, and we sang. I remember it was like everybody has to have a hero. Like it was this song,
Oh.
and I remember like knowing what to do with my face and eyes, and looking around and being like, "Why don't you guys light up?" the
Know what
room?"
to do.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a reindeer. This is getting. I'm gonna hurry it up.
No, you're fine.
No,
It
you're
was
fine.
like a Christmas show, a holiday. I don't know what you call it anymore. But
Yep.
and there was like a reindeer, and it was a story about a reindeer who was like silly. And I made and everyone was like auditioning, and I was like, what? That sucked. You know, I just knew like that wasn't very good. And I got up there, and I like had this like whatever voice, and it was funny like then.
Yeah.
The 5th graders, they were like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I just like found my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was from then on, and
You did Children's Theater of Annapolis.
I did, but then similarly to you,
Uh-huh.
I did dinner theater in like 6th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I just kept going,
Yeah.
and
And then it
cool.
became kind of part of your social life. It sort of sneaks up
oh,
on
it
you.
was my entire social life.
Yeah.
What was your first show?
Wasn't it a holiday show too?
No,
Yeah,
my
when
first
you
show
were-
in Maryland, yeah, I did talent shows in New
No,
York
no.
and
When
stuff.
you were younger.
No,
Weren't
young,
you
like
Frosty?
you. Frosty.
Oh, I was Frosty the Snowman.
Which is strange.
Yeah, I was
because
Frosty.
I was a reindeer.
Oh my God.
Did you? You didn't sing though.
Were we in the same show? No, I didn't.
Maybe.
Basically, the song played and I marched around dressed as a snowman.
But
Yeah.
I bet you knew how to do it well.
I knew how to be a snowman, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was shivering a lot. So it was good.
I got my hands like this.
Yeah.
But your first show was Christmas Carol
In
when we
Maryland,
moved
yes.
down here. Okay.
I did Christmas
Did
Carol.
you have the same kind of epiphany she did? Where you were just like, oh, I was meant to do this.
Went to do it? No. I just remember we saw An American Tail and I sang that friggin' song all the
Somewhere
friggin'
out there.
time. Yeah.
You sang it like it's like a 21 year
Yeah.
Karaoke
He loves that song.
somewhere
Still
out there.
sings it.
Why do people think he's gay?
It was,
Or a mouse.
or a mouse.
You're right. 5-0.
Well, I had big ears. So yeah, I just sang it, and then I remember when I realized it, and it was actually senior year of high school when because I was trying to was it? Yeah, I guess it was senior year. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, and I think I had an interview for like the Culinary Institute or something to go.
I
learn
do
how to
remember
cook.
that.
And as I'm at the Culinary Institute, I'm talking with the person, and all I'm talking about is, are there theaters to perform? Can I audition? So we get to the end of the interview. My father's like, what are you doing? He's like, what?
No baguette talk.
Yeah. He's like, I'm like, I just want to know that I can perform. He's like, if you want to perform, why don't you just perform? And I was like, oh, it was like an epiphany. Like I never thought like this could be a career. Like I could actually pursue this. And that sort of,
That Dad
when
was always good at that. Just
It was
letting
always
us-
something I did. Like singing was always so. Like when people, I could never teach someone how to sing, never in a million years, because but I can tell if you're a singer. I can definitely tell if you're where you're singing from and all that stuff. I just can't teach you how to do it. I don't have that gift. People that teach voice, I have the utmost respect for because
yeah,
I have
actually,
no idea.
I could do like a vocal
Like a vocal.
training. I feel like, and I have done this for a long time, is bringing out emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really good at making people feel good about themselves.
You
I
are.
realize that. I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
And I think for me, and this is why I stopped theater, I was so self-conscious. I didn't do well with like people being hard on me. Some people learn really well from that, you know, like tough love type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
I needed people to encourage me.
Yeah.
So if a girl's singing and I hear a spot where she's comfortable and it sounds good, I'm like, there, right there. What
Yeah, yeah.
you did there was fantastic.
Yeah.
Keep singing like that. But
Right.
I can't be like, let's start, you know, Peter Piper. Like,
Well, it's and what's Peter Piper, and what's even
What?
more interesting is that Katie's one of those performers that just wants to perform. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't necessarily want to be the lead. I mean, there's been times she's gone out for the lead and wanted the lead and
been the lead.
been the lead, right?
That's right,
Can we
Katie.
straighten that out?
Yeah.
Yes, you've been the lead.
You're
But
not
you
the
just
only
love to
star
perform,
here.
even if
I
it's
But
a
there's a
lesser
lot
role.
of shows where you were content to just be part
Absolutely.
of the ensemble.
And, you know, my mom taught me really early on. Obviously, this director didn't like me,
Oh.
but no. I auditioned for a show, and this was after years as a kid, just
Yeah.
getting the lead.
Yeah.
No, I'll
Right.
let it go. I
Right.
was a chorus member. But I didn't get in. And this was as a child in Children's Theater of Annapolis.
Yeah.
And what they usually do is say, but we'd love to have you work backstage.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't want to be that person.
Right.
You know, but my mom was like, "You're going to work."
You need to learn
backstage,"
about the whole thing.
which
Yeah.
worked out because I was attacked by a dog that year.
Oh.
Why did that worked
Oh,
out?
so you
Well,
wouldn't
she
have been in
didn't-
the
she couldn't-
show.
'cause you had a
because
scar.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It's really.
You were like the Phantom of the Opera
She
behind
was.
the
She-
scenes.
I should have come out like just with a boat. But I bowed with the tech people like the last whatever.
That's
I played
awesome.
the stupid
But see,
tech
you're
joke.
not like that, are you?
What?
I feel like you, if
Want
you're
the
going
lead.
out for the lead, you want the lead or nothing. You've
Yeah.
said that before.
Yeah,
Oh,
and if
absolutely.
you don't get it, it's not your fault. They're stupid for not casting
Yeah.
you as the lead.
I feel like that's a healthy way to be.
Okay, no, I'm just saying.
Because all honest, when you go out for a professional audition, if you took everything that happened personally and then made it your fault, you would never audition again. You would have to go out there and say, okay, well, it's their loss.
But I'm saying if you were going out for the lead and they said,
I rarely went out for the lead.
we picked Johnny to be our lead, but we want you to be.
That happened
Yeah.
for
Man
Joseph.
number
Still
two.
hasn't let Joseph go. That's what I was.
That-
But
that's
you're
what I'm
you're
trying
That
to
hap-
say.
who are you trying to be, Joseph?
I was called back for Joseph. It was
And
me.
you got the woman with the fruit on the head.
No. What happened was
Yep.
I was called
Let's
back
make a
for
note.
Joseph. It was
Okay.
me and the person who got it. We were the only two people that were called
Marry
back.
me.
Marry me. Right.
That's his name.
No.
Oh.
He is fantastic.
He
but your
was
voice,
exceptional.
Your voice was just as good as his.
Well, when we actually, and we were the only ones there. Everyone else went home, so we were just like singing at each other. And
Like
then,
a sing off.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what the cool people do.
That's what the cool people did. And he got it, and then the director said, "But I want to give you a song. I want to give you a performance. I think you're the only one in the show that would be willing to do this because we did it like a 50s beach party," which I liked. But I liked it. But
It was okay.
Awkward. They
well,
asked me
so
to
you
wear a
always
bathing
feel
suit.
awkward. Well, that's because it was supposed to be on the beach.
No, but you can't dance
Oh well, I didn't
in a
dance.
bathing suit. Like that's
Yeah.
so awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember, shout out to the costumer. It's still awkward seeing her
Well, you were well endowed.
suddenly.
Suddenly endowed.
Let's
Yeah.
say suddenly, which
Yeah.
was weird for me.
Yeah.
And
She woke up with breasts. It was amazing.
it was bizarre.
That does happen.
But no, it was bizarre for
Okay.
me. Because I looked like I was 5, and then I still did, which is just bizarre.
Yeah.
So,
It was hard for all of us too.
In a bikini on stage.
Yeah.
And the costumer was really upset.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and
You were really uncomfortable.
I was super uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's
Because
hard.
they had her in a very.
It was a bikini.
It was pretty
A
revealing.
bikini,
wasn't
not even
like-
a one piece.
Yeah.
And she was a junior, so she was 16 years old.
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah. Oh, I remember that.
And my
I liked it.
Yeah.
and I remember.
But I'm gay.
I remember Mark being like, "No way."
Yeah, Mark was like
Yeah,
that.
but my mom.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because Mark didn't like it, and I was like, I think it looks
Wait,
good.
so that's the Mark that was in your wedding?
Yeah.
Who is
Okay.
phenomenal.
Jody's
guy.
cousin.
Right.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was?
Jody's cousin.
What
The
do you look
blonder?
like? Oh,
Mark
yeah,
was
yeah,
blonde,
yeah.
yeah.
I got him.
Mark and Max. And actually, Mark and Max we're all part of the same group of
Max
friends.
was my first kiss.
Aw.
Wow.
He was dressed as a bunny.
A bunny.
And I was Alice.
Oh,
in Alice
right.
in Wonderland.
Did you guys kiss in the costume?
Yep.
Oh.
It was hot.
Wait a minute. Was this like in the show, or
It was
were
just
you
a
in the
tech-
play?
No.
Oh, okay.
And everyone, I don't think he wanted to. I don't know.
He probably wanted to.
But I was a freshman in high school, and it was like I was so nervous, and I was like the March hare, it was just kind of like oh big deal.
Yeah, talk about getting around.
Oh my God.
Watch out, Robert.
Watch out. When she was a freshman, she was.
Heck, the March hare.
She did.
There
in
you go.
elementary school during play practice.
If you were a bunny, you better watch out.
Yeah, she was out of control. So what were we actually talking about
I
that
don't
got
know,
us to
this
this
is
point?
I don't know.
I asked her when she started.
Oh, right.
performing.
Yeah. But we've been in. We were in West Side Story twice. Joseph, Copacabana.
Yes. Copacabana, which was strange because we almost played opposite each other.
We almost did. Yeah. We've never played opposite each other.
Which
Okay.
I think would have been like weird.
It would have been fun to try because
Yeah.
the one I played opposite off of. Well, I wasn't even supposed to be in Copacabana.
Who were you?
I was the lead. I was.
Oh,
Tony.
yeah. Tony.
But I was called because their lead jumped over a parking meter.
There was
And-
a problem.
Yeah, and he
Oh,
bruised
that's
himself.
right. He did.
Oh, yeah.
He really did.
He
jump
jumped over a parking meter and he
which was
bruised
strange.
himself.
He didn't really seem that type.
Yeah, he didn't see. We didn't think he could get over the parking meter, which
Yeah.
he didn't. But so the music hall owner called and wanted me to come in and learn the role in a week because it was for opening.
Yeah.
And I think I came back and was like, I'll only do it for this much money, whatever, thinking they were going to say no. And then they said yes. So I was like, oh, now I have to do
Well,
it.
it was like a week out. So what were
It
they
was-
going to do?
I literally so I would work. So at that time I worked at Gold's Gym and Damon's, I believe. So I would literally work at the gym till 2,
Big dames.
work out, get off at 3:30, go to the theater, and I would be at the theater till like 12 o'clock at night because I had to learn. You guys would come in, I'd learn it with you guys, and then I'd have to stay and then learn it. And I did that
But I
right up
ended up
until.
going in last minute. That's what happened.
Yeah, we both went in last minute because she fainted or she fell through a crack or I don't know. The one
Fell through a crack.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was
Whatever
bad.
happened.
We don't know what
It was
happened.
really bad. It
She was
really
taken
bad.
out in a stretcher.
It was yeah.
Yeah, she made it.
But
though.
I remember
Okay.
being like, I know.
Yeah,
It's
she was like,
nighttime.
ah.
Yeah.
But I did opening weekend,
Uh-huh.
which was great, and the reviewers were there coincidentally, and then he came back the next weekend and she fired him.
Who, the other kid?
Yeah.
But I was.
So they
that's
brought me
when
back?
I played again with him.
Yeah.
It was just
Oh.
a really bizarre.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I
That
guess
kind of
I
brought me
don't
back to Maryland from New York. So, and that was
Interesting.
Copacabana. And then we did.
know. This is the thing. You would think we did so many more shows
Right, but we
together.
didn't.
But we didn't. Oh, we did. The one at Colonial Players, where I.
Oh, Robert Bridegroom.
Uh huh.
Yeah. That was
I never
after you
saw that
gained a
one.
little weight.
See, that's what I mean.
Oh, Jason.
That was
it
after-
was shocking.
It was hot.
It
She's
was
never
shocking.
been fat.
It was shocking. This is.
She
the thing.
wasn't fat.
I
Let
was
me just
built,
say that.
I'm built so small.
Yeah.
That I'll put 5 pounds on.
Well, it was your first year of college, so
Okay.
Yeah, I
freshman
kept the-
15.
she showed
Being
up and it was
disciplined.
like she like turned around and was like, oh,
That's what he did.
and your
he
hair
did the
was
same
shorter.
thing when I cut my hair.
it was shorter.
Did you
So
make
it
a
made you
comment?
look-
Shorter earlier
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I remember you were like, that looks terrible. And it
Well, I had a
did.
thing for long hair.
It's,
so
no,
Yeah.
it was short, too.
It was real.
I
It was
what I
like
thinking.
it was like pixie.
Okay.
That was the thing. That,
Yeah.
It just didn't look good on me.
It didn't look bad on you. I just preferred the
It was
longer.
shocking.
You asked my opinion.
No, I did not.
All right.
You remember it differently.
Yeah, well.
But I do remember in college, this was so clear. And I said to my dad, I was like, I think I'm going to get Jenna or Penna
Yeah.
a grilled cheesemaker for our room for her birthday. And my dad's like, sure, that's a good idea. And I was like, what?
Oh, because that's how you gained the weight. You were eating a lot of grilled cheeses.
Just lots of things.
Well,
It's
you've
fun.
always-
it's just I'm supposed to be small. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Right.
Yeah.
supposed to.
Well, freshman year, you're drinking more.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
eating.
Mhm.
There's
You've
no
always eaten.
parents.
Yeah,
Utter crap. Yeah.
Well,
Candies.
breaking out still.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're breaking it.
That's right
Okay,
there.
we're back.
She's already pointed that
Yeah,
out.
I'm sorry about that.
Just showed the camera. I was like,
Yeah, we've been in. It seems like we've been in more.
I would have thought it was more.
because we were always together.
Well,
Like,
we were always part of like our we call it kind of like a screwed up family, but it really is. It's kind of incestuous. Like everyone's been with everyone
Except
to a
me.
certain extent except you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
guys-
have to say in the theater community, you've only been with
Rabbits.
rabbits. She's only been with
The
rabbits.
March hare
Yeah, you
who
didn't.
dumped me.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
yeah, that's
dumped
bad.
you, yeah.
He's probably sorry
Shout
now.
out to you.
Yeah,
Lax.
bet you're sorry now, Lax.
Max. Zach.
Facts.
you guys were like Fleetwood
Oh.
Mac back in the day.
Yeah.
We what? Oh, we also did that
Fleetwood
stay
Mac.
tobacco
No.
free.
Okay, this is fantastic.
Wait, what was this, an ad?
No, it was a traveling educational show.
It was really good.
Did he live in a different house?
I don't even
any of
remember
this.
I think
this.
that's what's so strange because I never really got to know you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I kept them
It
separate.
was just.
Yeah.
I think that we were like as cliche as this is, like your friends. I mean, it was a tight
Yeah.
group.
It was
We
a
were
tight group.
Really close.
It still kind of is a tight group.
It is, and it is like
You go
again,
like
cliche,
years
like
and years.
You go years, and
Yeah,
it's still
but
the
it's-
same. But it always is.
And I have to say, whenever one of us needs the other, the person is there. Like when everything went down with my ex-wife, it. What?
No, I made a noise. I wanted him
okay.
to know it was me.
When everything went down with my ex-wife, Jody, I spoke to Jody, and Jody liked my ex-wife. But the minute she did something, Jody's like, she's an effing bitch. I hate her. Like minutes after she just like, it was just like she flipped.
Loyalty.
Like, as friends, I feel like we're like all supportive of the other person's significant others until something happens. We're like, we never liked them.
Well, that's just friends in
No,
general.
I was
Yeah.
never crazy about her.
Yeah, I know.
But I would never. I was probably like, hi.
That sounds
I'm
like
a people
Michelle.
pleaser.
No, I told him. He knew.
You did tell me.
Did you? You never questioned whether I
No,
liked her.
never- I knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real charming.
She
No.
was a very.
Lazy.
She
Yeah.
was lazy. I do have to say that. She
was
was.
fine with
She
her.
was. She worked hard at her job, but
Indifferent.
she wouldn't have been able to do her job if I didn't do everything else. Like
Can we talk divorce for a second?
you can talk
Talk
to her.
about
'Cause I
divorce.
thought-
This
I
is
thought-
middle aging podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and this is the thing. I'm like, I'm doing a podcast.
We are
Like,
both divorced.
yes.
We are both
Ju-
divorced.
But now happily married.
Yes.
But so I was thinking a lot about this, and so I think when we separated for a little bit, because it was like I was thinking about my life, and it was
Oh,
pre-theater,
yeah, that's true.
theater,
Yeah.
and then like post-theater.
Yeah.
And when I left,
Mm-hmm.
I had to leave my friend group. It
Yeah.
was really only.
You did.
I didn't have to do that, but the way I handled it then, and I think I still make this mistake now, is I just like kind of go into a cave, because when I'm feeling that way, I don't want to put it on other people.
For a year.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Because it was a
reached-
mutual friend. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very,
Right.
very. I mean,
Yeah.
we were in the same circle.
Yeah.
I left theater too, which I was ready for, I think. Anyway, I actually dropped out of a show, which was the first time, and I still have dreams about dropping out of a show.
Really?
Because I'd never done that. And, but.
You needed to
he-
kind
But
of.
he needed you guys more.
Okay. That was very big of you.
He really did. And I'm just putting this out there because it's
Go.
people who are listening.
Go.
To, there's a shared response. When you're younger, you first go into excuses. This is why, this way, this way.
Right.
But we married the people that we did.
Yeah.
Knowing nothing changed.
Yeah.
On his part.
Just to go with that though,
Yeah.
and I want to see if I share an opinion, and then I'd like your opinion on it too, even though you on what we're talking
Yeah.
about. But did you ever doubt before you got married?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Because I did. And I talked myself out of it.
I felt like I was playing.
Because I asked you in your car outside of your house, we went to go pick up something. This was a day before your marriage. And I said, do you know you don't have to get married?
What did I say?
You said, I want to.
Yeah, I almost felt like I was playing a role.
We were in front of your house.
Yeah.
In front of Cape Sinclair.
And I knew,
Because I didn't think you wanted to get married.
I feel like Jason knew, you knew what was going on. You know, and again, this isn't about bashing anybody.
But this person was
But
my
how
friend.
old were you when you got married the first time?
I was 22. I was
Okay,
a child.
young.
I was
Okay.
a child. And
Yeah.
and he was older than me, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of, it still that was the best thing for me. Absolutely.
To leave that.
To leave that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it wasn't, I would not have gone a good way if I'd stayed in.
And it's that you bring that up. I, at the time, felt a little betrayed.
But I bet.
Because I was hearing from this person and I was trying to get your perspective and you weren't responding.
Right. And it's just the way I dealt with
We
it.
talked about
and I
that.
still deal with it
Yeah.
that way. When I'm going through something, when I'm not, it's like I don't even know how, I don't want to put like bad energy out out there at all. And I feel I didn't handle any of that well. And the thing is, there's always, and everybody says it, there's always three stories. Your story, their story, and there's
the truth. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I was not at all. Like, it's easy to be like, poor me, this. But I still feel guilty. I still want the best for this person because I know that I broke this person's heart. That's not coming from like I broke their heart.
Yeah.
But I know I can't imagine going through that.
Right.
But it took a lot of self-reflection but this is the thing. Jason saw. I felt like from the beginning you saw a lot of on both of our parts. I think you saw a lot of the stuff behind that because he was with us
A lot.
and I felt like we lived together, which we basically did a few times.
Well, yeah, the girl I was with at the time was you lived at her house.
Right.
Yeah, so I was there a
And
lot.
then Jerry, I just feel like you were always
Right.
there, and he saw. He must have but the point is that leaving your friend group like that and leaving theater is just really.
You had to do it.
I had to do it.
You
Yeah.
had to do it.
I mean, it sounds like, when you're younger, you thought getting married was the best, but then I think as you get older, middle aging, suddenly things are clearer and you realize you have to just take care of yourself.
Well, did you think I was making a mistake? Like, did you definitely, and I can even extend this to you, Chris. Well, maybe you were too young, but
Yeah.
I mean,
When did you get married?
2009.
2009.
How old were you?
29.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you think that?
I mean, I
was
don't
a
know
mistake?
that I was in a place to say it was a mistake. I
What's your
don't
gut
think.
say?
Well, I don't think she was the person I thought you would marry, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But I think she made you a different person. Now, from family point of view, like I feel like you changed, and you did after. Like, not that you pulled away, but
Right.
suddenly it was I lived a mile, not even
Yeah.
600 feet from you, and I hardly saw you.
Right.
And that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, on my part too, I was going through something, but
Right.
I think that's how you know. Ed brings out the best in me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what Ashley does.
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
me.
I don't think she brought out the best in you. I don't want to say, you were unhealthy, but I think you put on weight.
I mean, you see
You were-
pictures of him back then, and it's
Seeming
It's
to
shocking.
drink a lot
Peacemaker.
often,
It's shocking.
and I feel like you just weren't a good version of yourself.
I wasn't.
as I saw it. So,
Yeah.
but if you're happy, then that's not my place to say anything.
And I think that's the other, to kind of bounce off of that, not going into too much detail or anything like that, but that you tend to gravitate towards other things that I don't want to say you kind of, like you said, I was drinking a lot. Mm-hmm. Like you kind of tend to go towards those things because they help you escape, but you're not really trying to
Just
escape.
numbing yourself just
But you're
enough.
not. You don't
Yeah.
feel like you're numb. Like you're not like doing it because you're trying. Because if you would have told me that I was unhappy, maybe it's a different story.
Yeah.
Because actually, to tell you the truth, in this scenario, I was your ex-husband. Like what happened similar happened to me.
And that's yes.
Yeah.
And
Similar. Not the same, but
I left
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
that's all right. But
Yeah,
even
that's-
when I reached out to you
Yeah.
when it happened to me, I think one of my biggest fears, I think I got really emotional when I was talking to you, and I was like, am I like your ex?
Yeah.
Like I was like, is this why I was left? Like,
Yeah.
am I like that? And I remember we had that long conversation, and
Yeah.
you told me I wasn't, which thank you for that. But
It's an emotional. It's and on my there is a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
I again, I made the right decision.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All I would want is for this person to be as happy as I am.
but that's up to them.
Right. And
Yeah,
I have
you
to
can't
let
control
go.
that.
You
And
can't
I have
control
to-
that.
This is I have to forgive myself.
Well, it's true. You kind of have to look at a situation and say, okay, this was the choice I made then. It wasn't the smart choice. Okay. So I don't know what else you want from me. I didn't mean to do it this way.
But I think maturity as you get older allows you to then see it that way.
Yeah.
And you have to admit it, though. Like, that's
Well, yeah.
part of it. This other person
Yeah.
hasn't admit their own fault because a marriage is 50-50.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So even Allie leaving was her choice.
Right. But she
I
left
was
for-
still responsible for the ending of my marriage. It's both of our faults. Then you have to kind of say, this is what I did, and find your own way to say, okay,
and it's embarrassing too.
it is
say-
embarrassing.
Well, it feels like you may be like a failure, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Now, did you have doubts before you got married the 1st time? Okay.
Oh, definitely. I have several times where I was, I kind of talked myself out of it. I remember a lot of time, even when I asked her to marry me on
Okay.
stage at Summer Garden Theater.
Which is so that's you're talking about.
Yeah. When I actually got down and I said, will you marry me?
Allie.
And she looked at the ring, and it wasn't like she didn't have any emotion.
Oof.
So like in my mind, in my heart, I was like, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. But then your head is like, it's fine. Just do it. You're
You're
just
making me feel real good about
That's
myself.
part of the role though.
Because
But
I
that's-
haven't thought about any of that.
yeah. No,
Which I
I
guess
thought
is
about that.
She reacted well, though, Sarah.
Yeah.
So you're good.
But
Again, but Ronnie did the same. It was on stage
Yeah.
after a show.
Yeah, it was really-
and every,
yeah.
you know.
But on the flip side, that's a very selfish way to ask if. No, she was very theatrical, Allie, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like you put somebody on the spot so that if there's even a chance of it,
yeah.
of her being like, well,
Saying
I don't
no.
know, I feel like
She
Yeah.
can't.
you really can't.
And you said part of the reason why you said yes, you think, is because you weren't given the chance to say no. What do you think?
Yes, I think it's that, and I think it was a pull between this is theater, this is who I am.
Yeah, and you're
this-
Right,
22,
right.
you're young.
22, and I think
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
that attention of being on the stage,
Yeah.
and he was extremely talented,
And you loved him.
we'd be-
You might not have
I
been in
loved-
love with him,
yeah,
but you loved him.
I was not in love for sure until I
No.
was with my husband, but you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So anyway, that happiness.
Actually, I think I told you this story before, but just, I don't know why this just popped up in my head, but I think it's kind of funny, kind of segueing off of the fact that you're one of the few females that nothing has ever happened. There was one time
You're gonna bring this up.
where I was going to try to do
So
something.
bad you didn't.
With her?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So,
So you had a crush on her?
Yeah, it was during Robert. Yep.
No, no.
You had a crush on
told
me.
me.
With my
And I
short
went,
hair.
Okay, first of all,
Everything
don't believe
about
anything
it.
Jody says.
Okay.
Secondly, you
Odie
were
told
coming, love you, Jody. You were coming to New York
I remember with Jess Hyman.
with just, you were auditioning for Rent, and I was in school, and she was like, I'll just stay at in your room,
which is perfectly normal for
which
us.
was normal for us. And I was like, yeah, okay. And my roommate at the time, Jacob, was like, are you gonna like try to get with her? And I'm like,
I feel funny already.
no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not going to.
Don't act coy.
No, I'm not actually cool. I didn't think of it at first.
Yeah,
I was
okay,
like,
all right.
But then the
But
more
you-
like
but
I
you
thought
were like,
about it,
I
I was
really
like,
do.
well, she did want to stay in my room and da da da. And I'm like, so maybe, yeah, maybe I'll, what the hell? And so she was there and we were lying.
Because we literally were in
Right.
the same bunk.
We were
Like,
lying on my bed.
Right, but I
and-
was drooling on the pillow.
No, we were talking. And I was going to make a move. And then she told me she was seeing her ex-husband.
Lonnie.
Ronnie. She was like, so I'm starting to see this guy, Ronnie. And I went, okay.
Nice.
So nothing happened.
I'm so glad.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm so
no,
glad, too. That would have made things a lot more
you've
complicated.
aged well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Didn't you guys agree he's aged well?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
still feel bad about the gay comment.
No.
No, what
bad.
do you feel
But
bad
it's like
about?
when you like grew into your limbs.
Oh, so my limbs I grew. I love that she says I feel bad about the gay comment, but you grew into
I
your
don't think
limbs.
you've been more attractive than you are right now.
Oh.
Well, hello.
Well, think about it.
More attractive than I am right now?
Yeah. Even in your 20s, you were still goofball.
You had that weird hair. You wore those hats.
I wore a lot of hats.
Everything
remember?
was
The
baggy.
And the necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
remember the-
How long
He's-
did you wear that? Till your 30s. That necklace.
Probably. I didn't like the way my neck looked.
Right.
Without something
Well, yeah.
on it.
Spinning around.
Spinning around. Yeah, my neck was like spinning around. And I didn't like my hair. Like I didn't know what to do with my hair, so I just would always wear a hat.
You grew into yourself at 40.
Took till 35, but you were good. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
well, what are you gonna do?
Some people are slow growers.
I guess so.
They're showers,
was.
not growers.
What do you mean? You were a slow
Still
grower?
Just like in general, I think I'm still confusing.
Like looks wise?
Yeah, like a 5-year-old boy. Maybe
You don't look
an
like a
80-year-old
5-year-old boy.
Well, like well, my calves say 5-year-old
Oh,
boy,
okay. Well,
but like maybe 80, maybe 19. You know.
oh,
Okay.
Okay. Michelle gets
saying?
the same thing.
yeah.
I don't get 80. 19.
5-year-old boy.
I like to
5-year-old
make
Yeah.
that cane dance.
I know.
So do you feel middle-aged?
I don't think I'm mature enough.
So,
Definitely not.
do you mind? How old are you? Do you
I'm
mind
gonna
sharing?
be 40 in November.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. I'm going to be 41 next month.
you look great for 39.
Thank you.
She's also a stepmom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Of
a girl.
who's 20. Okay, so this is another part of my story.
Your
So-
husband's older than you.
Yes.
Okay.
14 years, and he don't, before you imagine Old Man River.
No, he's not old man
Father
River.
Time.
No, I think I saw. He's,
Yeah.
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 First time I met him, I did kept calling him by your father's name by accident, but that was my fault.
But
That was
You
my
do that
fault.
all the time.
he's extremely good looking.
He's a good looking. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, even though he thinks I'm homosexual. He's a great guy. But when I first met him, we were doing a photo shoot. You roped us into another thing.
Oh,
of doing a photo shoot at Sport Fit.
We were all holding push-ups.
I was doing push-ups and stuff, and he said something, and I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Hey, Bill," and Katie's like, "His name's Ed." I'm like, "Oh, all right." And then 2 seconds later, I was like, "Bill, what are you?" She goes, "That's my father's name. Stop calling." I'm like, I can't stop. I don't know why. I'm like, it's fine. I think it's fine, but
But I suddenly had a 9-year-old.
yeah.
So that's
Okay.
I suddenly had a 9-year-old, and yeah, and Jason loved that. Like, so you have a 9-year-old, like, you know what I mean?
Well,
But so
he was
nothing
way
goes-
more mature than us.
Ed.
Yeah, he still
He
is.
still is.
Yeah, he still is.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is. I mean, my mom, and she's always like, "You're so lucky." I'm like, "Thank you."
Yeah, you are lucky.
No, but but I'm like, he's lucky too.
Yeah,
You know?
he is
Yeah,
lucky.
you're my mom.
Right.
Say I'm saying
Right,
you know, he's
listen.
lucky.
But like when we're all like at your house,
Yeah.
like it's almost like Ed's the camp counselor and we're like at
Like
camp.
he has to rope us in.
Yeah.
Now, how old is your stepdaughter now?
So she's 23.
Okay.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I always like when we're like, we have a 23-year-old. I'm like, well, I'm the stepmom. Like,
Yeah. I have a-
I'm not 80.
Well, mine is
or
23.
Or 15.
You should just say that you have a 23-year-old daughter, not say she's a stepdaughter.
Let
That'll blow their minds.
But you'd have to be 16 when that happens.
I used to
Hey,
do that
that's
with
not out of the
Katie,
realm of possibility.
with our sister,
Oh yeah.
because I had to go to back to school nights, and I went to her transfer orientation at Towson,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna pretend I'm your mom, like Lorelai Gilmore, Gilmore Girls. And I remember talking to someone, and they were like, "You have a student that goes here?"
Well,
and I was
yes.
like, "I do, yeah, I do." And they're like, "Wow," and I was like, "Yep."
You really
Or
got to
like
figure it
Gilmore?
out. You really got to figure it out.
I remember
Jeans and a
going-
blazer. I was wearing jeans.
Isn't that well? And I
That's a
didn't
mom
know
outfit.
How to suddenly dress like.
Right.
Like,
How do you?
I go to Dress Barn? Like,
Yeah.
So I used to, like, it was St. Pius she went to, and she was a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Like she shout out, Brittany won't listen to this, but
It's fine.
Mitney won't listen to this.
Mitney.
But I would do like you have to put in hours, like volunteering, or
Okay.
you pay like an extra fee. And so I would go in and I would do it. And all the snobby private school moms, they were always trying to figure me out. Like, They were always trying to, like, I think they blamed. Like, but they were just like, gosh, you know, what is that?
Yeah, who
Like,
does she
pussy,
think she is?
Woman of the night. Like,
Yeah.
So, but this one lady finally was like, how old are you? And, like, people, like they were like, she was just like flipping. One was just like flipping a page in a book and like staring. You know what I mean?
That's very
And I wanted to be,
specific.
Like
18.
Stepford
And it
Wives.
It was, and
Yeah.
and I just took on, you know. But I would think like maybe I should put on this button down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but not
Like a
try too
cardigan.
hard.
Like a cardigan.
Like a lot of blush.
Those moms
you know.
were weird at Sportfit when we did
Yeah.
Annie.
Well, because we're leading to what you liked to be called.
What was
You guys
this?
know him. This
I had
is
a
lead.
nickname.
This is a lead.
I had a nickname at Sportfit from the moms.
Oh.
You told me the nickname. You tell them
And
what
he enjoys it still.
I think it's funny.
Like Hottie Warbucks.
Hottie Warbucks.
Like
Just
Daddy Warbucks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus
Yeah, it was
Christ.
so good. That was so fantastic.
Did they
for
think
to
you had
come.
money?
No, they thought it was hot.
Oh. But Daddy Warbucks wasn't.
bald,
he was bald.
too.
I
Well, and
know.
nothing worked out. We didn't even make you bald. The
No,
whole
they didn't make
show
me
was
bald.
bizarre.
When she also cast me as the Cowardly Lion in Wizard of Oz. It was me and like children as the Cowardly Lion. They threw dust. Remember, they threw like sparkly stuff that got
And these
stuck
were
in the
kids,
paint.
like everybody got in. And it
I
was
knew- I didn't know the
80,000
lines.
Children.
I didn't know the
He
lines.
didn't. But he was brilliant. He made the show. Remember, you used
I
to
used
pick
the
up
Tin Man as a battering ram.
Is that the one where Caitlin was in it?
No, that
Oh.
was at
Okay.
That was with Tiffany.
Okay.
And Brittany was
She was in it.
okay. Where are we? Oh, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And she was Glinda,
Mm-hmm.
and she used to we had a bubble machine, and you used to see her just in between the sets, just like turning it on. It was fantastic. But the kids would just abuse Jason, and his costume was too small, and the tail literally came like right out of his butthole. It was so awkward. But you saved
And it was straight out.
It went straight. Yeah, it was straight.
And, like, we were-
And he would walk through the gym. He would walk through the
Tail
gym
was straighter than you.
covered
I
in
know.
sparkles as a lion, and the guys would be like, "What is
I
happening?"
didn't give a fuck. Yeah, what's up, boys? I'm a lion.
Well, believe it or
Sparkle
not,
lion.
we've surpassed an hour.
Have we?
way.
Yeah.
See, it goes
Oh,
quick.
I felt like I talked so much.
You're
the
the
guest.
guest.
Oh,
You're
that's-
supposed to talk.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It was,
Well, clearly there's enough here to invite her back
yeah,
at some point.
that was fantastic.
I was worried I might, they might want me to take your spot.
No. Oh. Well,
I might want you to take his spot.
and all of- well, you
We'll
like
see. Can I
you could be a
just call
guest
in for
co-host.
The weather, like you call me. I
Oh,
can
she
run
could be the
traffic
weather
report,
girl.
You know.
We could just pull her up on Zoom.
I feel
Hey,
like moving to
guys.
season 2, maybe what we could do is get 2 completely different people as guests with us to
Like
see that.
4 people.
But like Dad and Kate, like people
Oh,
who are
man.
completely opposite. There were
Wow.
only 2 guests so far, but you know what I mean.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That would be
Like
yeah.
a reunion.
Well,
but,
that's
like,
why
crazy.
we got this is the first of this last 6, and when that's done, we're not gonna take like time
No.
off.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a beat just to kind of decide
And then maybe
what
we
season
can
2's gonna be.
each punch you
Yeah, take
Yeah.
turns
Oh, yeah.
beating.
if we
me
want
up.
to.
Correctly.
Yeah,
We could have a punch every podcast.
yeah.
Have a
Start with
guest
that.
punch.
Or we could
Jason.
just put out like a notice and say how many people think Jason's gay, and then just invite them on. It'll be a
And then
big
punch
group.
'em.
I
It'll
think
be a
everyone.
And then we'll
big
punch 'em.
group.
Everyone
and then
will be here.
we'll punch me.
All right.
I know members of our family have all thought it.
Oh, yes.
It's okay.
No, we always say we don't think we know he's not. But if he came to us one day and said, "I'm gay," we wouldn't be like,
True.
Yeah.
we'd be like, "Okay." Like there's some people you'd be shocked. Him?
Not
no.
in our family. No, I'm kidding.
On that note,
Anyways.
Katie, do you want to plug
That's-
anything? Say anything before we sign off?
That's a wrap.
We'll let you know.
Full circle.
Let you know.
Do you want to sing the outro?
See you next time on the podcast.
Nice. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Adios.
Once again, thank you guys for sticking around and listening to this whole podcast. We plan on releasing these on a weekly basis, so please come back. Be sure to follow wherever you are listening. We also have a YouTube channel, The Middle Aging Podcast, and you can follow us on Twitter at middle_aging. And in the future, there is potential for us to start live streaming these, so we will keep you in touch there. And then if for any other reason you need to contact us, you can reach us at middleaging1@gmail.com. Middleagingpodcast1@gmail.com. Once again, thank you guys, and keep on listening.